I can hear it. That clock is ticking away and it's after 11 o'clock. You know what that means. It means it's time for your favorite show and mine, Countdown to Armageddon. And I'm your host, Publius, bringing you the latest and the greatest in whatever happens to cross my mind. And today I want to go to the Blaze. Now, before I start that section, let me tell you something. I've heard that people don't like the fact that I can't read a whole article. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to have it read to you. And then I'm going to come back and shred the article. Or in this case, totally support the article and tell you why I think Biden's an asshole. So let's go to the Blaze.
From the Blaze. Judge sides with Biden, rules that Christian college must open women's bedrooms and showers to biological males. Phil Shiver, May 21, 2021. A federal judge this week rejected a Christian college's request to bypass new rules under the Biden administration that force religious schools to open their dormitories, including shared bedrooms and shower spaces, to members of the opposite sex. Judge Roseanne Ketchmark issued the ruling Wednesday, denying the College of the Ozarks a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction, which would have provided temporary protection for the school while its federal court case is pending. The school filed a lawsuit in April arguing that the Biden administration was forcing religious schools to violate their beliefs by opening up female dormitories to biological males, and vice versa, under subject of punitive damages, six-figure fines, and attorneys' fees. After President Joe Biden issued an executive order titled, Preventing and Combating Discrimination on the Basis of Gender Identity or Sexual Orientation in January, the Department of Housing and Urban Development put forward a directive in line with the administration's new interpretation of sex. The directive holds that entities covered by the Fair Housing Act cannot discriminate against someone based on their sexual orientation or gender identity. Meaning that a transgender person who is biologically male but identifies as a female must be permitted to share dormitory spaces such as bedrooms, bathrooms, and showers with female students. The government cannot and should not force schools to open girls' dorms to males based on its politically motivated and inappropriate redefinition of sex, Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Counsel Julie Marie Blake said in a statement. The religious liberty law firm is representing the school in its legal fight. Women shouldn't be forced to share private spaces including showers and dorm rooms with males, and religious schools shouldn't be punished simply because of their beliefs about marriage and biological sex, she added. Government overreach by the Biden administration continues to victimize women, girls, and people of faith by gutting their legal protections, and it must be stopped. The College of the Ozarks is a private, Christian, liberal arts college in Point Lookout, Missouri, that since its founding more than a century ago has held to a belief that biological sex is assigned by God and is unchangeable. In response to the ruling, the school's president, Jerry Davis, acknowledged he and staff were disappointed in the ruling, but announced that they would be appealing so that schools are not forced to open women's dorm rooms to males and violate their religious beliefs. For more than 100 years, College of the Ozarks has provided a distinctly Christian education to students with financial need. We will not abandon our mission. The fight to protect our religious freedom has just begun, he said.
All right, so now you've had it all. You've heard everything they had to say. That's the complete article. So what do we get out of this? Number one, Biden saw, as vice president, how people got around his hero's bullshit laws. They went ahead and used religious protections. So, what does Biden do? He goes after you with health and human services. He goes and says, but fair housing standards say that you can't discriminate. And he changes definitions so that they have to defend putting a man living in your dorm now. Now, the College of the Ozarks is a private school, meaning it is not a federal school. It's not owned by the federal government. It is not paid for by the federal government. The state government doesn't do shit to it. It's a private Christian university. And Biden is saying, I don't care. I don't care what your beliefs are. It's these people's beliefs that matter. And one of the things that I thought that really stood out in this thing is women shouldn't be forced to share private spaces, including showers and dorm rooms, with males. And religious schools shouldn't be punished simply because of their beliefs about marriage and biological sex. Government overreach by the Biden administration continues to victimize women, girls, and people of faith. And that's true. There's just no way around it. Biden is not pro-woman. Biden is pro-transgender. And if you're pro-transgender, you're not pro-woman. Why? I think I read, I wish I'd saved that article. But the article talked about a man who had been competing in track and field and never could really get that gold. Couldn't get there. So what did he do this year? He identified as a woman. Went out, took the gold. The fastest woman alive recently just lost a race to two men. No, they were not men who identified as men. They were men who said that they identify as women. Now, the reality of the situation is, I don't give a shit what you identify as. What are you? Are you male? Are you female? That is a biological answer. It is not up to your wishes and your concerns. I mean, if we can change everything just because we want to, then I'm sorry, I want to identify as a 23-year-old male. Or as my brother told me the other day, he wants to identify as an illegal alien. That way Biden don't give him a hotel room and steal money from COVID to help pay for him. Some things cannot be changed. You can want and wish all you want that things will be the way you want them to be. But reality steps in. A table is a table. A is A. You cannot make A into B just because you want it to be. I don't care how much you play around with a pencil, it's still an A. And a table is a table. You don't believe me? Kick it. You want to say it identifies as a couch? No, it's not a couch. And we need to accept a little bit of reality here. And what we see here with the Biden administration is one group of people's beliefs and desires trumps everybody else's. They're telling people that your dorm room, which may have a private little bathroom there, which up till now you shared with somebody of the same sex with you, now somebody of a different sex can be in there. You can be in your own private shower and a guy walks in or a girl walks in. Why? Because they identify as a female. Now, what makes this even more stupid is the modern LGBT XYZ community has groups of people that say they're females but want to sleep with females. So you're a man who thinks he's a woman who wants to sleep with women. Therefore, you're not going to get the sex change operation so that you biologically change or change your physical attributes. So you're going to still have a penis, and you're going to walk in on a shower with a woman, and she's in there undressed taking a shower, and this is not supposed to be something inappropriate. Even if you are the type of woman that believes that you can sleep with women. No, this is bullshit. Why one small group of people's beliefs trumps everybody else's, I don't know. I didn't know it was supposed to. I thought everybody's beliefs were supposed to be equal. That your beliefs stopped when they interfered with my beliefs. My beliefs stopped when they interfered with yours. That in the public sphere, certain things were acceptable and certain things were not. And that apparently doesn't seem to be true. So who is paying for this? Well, as the article said, people of faith, number one, are getting told, screw you, we don't care. I don't care what your beliefs are, you don't matter. Women are being told, it doesn't matter. You got Title 19 so that you could have your own sports. Well, guess what? Now you don't even dominate your own sports. Why? Because we have men that identify as women, and they're beating you because they're biologically programmed to do so. But that's okay. Just because that means that the girls no longer get the scholarships, they no longer get the benefits from winning, well, that's all right. Because somewhere an LGBT XYZ person did. Now the scholarship goes to them. And you need to just get past your female privilege and move on. Your straight privilege doesn't matter here. Bottom line, folks, this is the most bullshit thing I've heard. Case hasn't been decided officially. It's just that they were denied the injunction, and that generally means that the judge does not feel that they're going to win their case. And so, yes, right, correctly, this college is going to appeal because the judge's views are pretty clear. The judge feels that Biden has the right to tell you who your daughter should sleep in the same room with in college, who your daughter should take showers with in college. Her right to privacy is irrelevant. Now, that comment has actually been made in court, that a straight person's right to privacy is irrelevant and matters less than what the LGBT person's beliefs are. You know, after this episode, I'm going to be recording the next episode. And the next episode is, again, I'm going to go back to what rights are. Because, again, we don't seem to get it. But in this case, they don't have a right to share your bathroom. They don't have a right to share your dorm room. Nobody has that right. And to sit there and force colleges to go against their beliefs just because the government says so is wrong. We're taking the First Amendment and throwing it away. Religious differences are becoming a losing stand, at least so far at the lowest levels. Now, I'm pretty sure that once this gets to the Supremes, right now, this decision won't stand. Why? Because the Supreme Court has been very consistent at defending people's religious rights. So far. But the left is already threatening the courts because if the courts go after Roe v. Wade the way that people are wondering they might, the left is saying, no, that's just proof that we're going to need to pack the court. Again, people who don't understand reality want to change things to fit their own preconceived notions. Yes, we can put on 4 more truly whack job liberal justices, change the makeup of the court, and this will survive only until the next president comes in. And if the next president happens to be a Republican, he's going to add a bunch more. I mean, at this rate, we're going to look forward to the day that we have a 100-member Supreme Court. Or 99 members. So that way there's a winning vote. Just accept that your views may not be representative of everybody's views. And accept that certain things are considered wrong. And if you don't like it, then maybe you need to open your own college and allow whoever to sleep with whoever, take showers with whoever, and do whatever you want. But don't force your opinion on others. All right, this has been Publius on your Countdown to Armageddon, showing you that, I'm sorry, folks, we're definitely heading to hell now. And hope you all have a great, wonderful evening. Remember, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit notifications so you can see when I post the next one. And if you want to support this channel, you can do so by just clicking on the channel under support, or you can go under the description and see several ways that you may support this channel. You guys have a good night. May you wake up in the morning and realize it's all been a horrible nightmare. But sadly, I don't know what we'd wake up to. Y'all have a good night.